And I'm talking about Russell Gage for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is my dark horse for week 3. Now, look, Russell Gage did not put up a great game last week, but the Bucs were struggling. They were heavily struggling. You've seen how pissed Tom Brady got. You saw the fights that broke out and everything. That was an outlier of a game, in my opinion. Now, look, Russell Gage still had 6 targets. He caught 5 of them for 28 yards. But regardless, he got 6 targets, and you're going into this game. And also, let me just preface this as well. Russell Gage is also questionable. But Mike Evans is suspended for 1 week for sure. Godwin's questionable. Julio Jones is questionable. Russell Gage is also questionable. But what I think is going to happen is we know 100% Mike Evans is out. I think I think Godwin will be out. Julio might be out. It might just be Julio and Russell Gage, or it might be just Russell Gage. They added Cole Beasley to the practice squad. I don't think he's going to even have time to play. He might. I don't know how that works, but
he'll just be a body on the field if he's there.
There's a possibility that Russell Gage is getting 10 targets this week. And he's going up against, I just had it in front of me. He's going up against the Packers. Now, look, the Packers shut out the Bears, but the Bears are the Bears, right? And that's what the Packers do to the Bears. But if you look what Justin Jefferson did to the Packers in week 1. And we're talking about Tom Brady or Justin Fields. Tom Brady has the ability to carve them up, even though Green Bay has a good defense. So I think all signs are pointing towards Russell Gage getting heavy target usage. And Tom Brady wanted him in Tampa Bay. He called him to bring him in. He wanted some wide receiver depth. Mm-hmm. So I think he's set up to have a nice week. And volume is king in fantasy football. So fire up Russell Gage. I think he gets 5 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown.
That's fair enough. Did you look up his sleeper projection, Jacob?
Yes, I did. And it is 11.12. I'm
over
projecting
under
at least 15 points.
Hey, it's about time. None of this 13.2. 15's a little high. Jacob's finally getting ballsy with it, and I like
whatever.
It. Yeah. Russell Gage is a fine start this week. Go ahead and fire him up. Like Jacob said, Godwin's going to be out. Evans is suspended for a week. Julio Jones might be out. There's a good chance. Jacob said it. Volume is king. Russell Gage is Jacob's week 3 dark horse for this week. Before we get into mine, let's finish up these comments here. Gio's 0-2 because his starting running backs are CMC, Saquon, Chubb, and Henry. How? Because they suck, dude. Those are the worst RBs I've ever seen. And then he also goes on to say that his dark horse last week with Dalton Schultz. Oh, that's right. Duh. Gio's on the podcast. Was Dalton Schultz, and his bold prediction was Trey Lance was a top 5 QB licking. You can't predict what happened to Trey Lance, so that's just X'd out. Who cares? Dalton Schultz was also injured. So more like, Gio, stop talking about players, man. Being good, because you're clearly a jinx. Knock on some wood next time you say something.